Hi everyone and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul and today we're going to be doing an overview of this wireless 3D digital kit from Iogear. So here's some more information on the box if you're curious what a wireless 3D digital kit actually does. Essentially you get two devices here. One will serve as a pass-through, the other one is a receiver. So you can use these in a couple configurations to deliver wireless 1080 signals to your television or flat panel display. It does support 3D, so you can use it for multi-room 3D HD streaming. It supports high definition 1080p signals. It uses the HDMI connection. You can have wireless up to 100 feet. That's 100 feet depending on obstructions and other things that might be in the way, so your mileage may vary there, but deliver that to an HD TV anywhere in the home. You can use it to set up two TVs. Again, the 1080p signal available, so high definition. It uses wireless 5 gigahertz uncompressed full HD 1080p signal, so it's on the 5 gigahertz band. It's low latency, so it will work for gaming. It's based on WHDI technology in order to deliver that wireless signal from the receiver, from the source module there to the receiver. Iogear has given a couple examples of how you might configure this. There's diagrams here on the back of the box. So here, for example, you have a couple high-definition signals, a high-definition signal and a 3D signal that can go into the wireless transmitter. The wireless transmitter can act as a pass-through, so you can use that and plug in an HD TV directly, so that will be sort of a standalone wired connection in one room. You can then use that to duplicate that HD signal wirelessly, say, for example, in a different room, so you can have the same HD signal being passed to both locations. Another option you have over here on the right is to use this for a floating HD TV setup. So say, for example, your 3D, your HD content is in one area of the room and then you want to mount your flat panel television somewhere where it's not convenient to have wires strung through. You can use the wireless receiver there, plug in your 3D or HD content to that, and then deliver the signal wirelessly to your HD TV. A couple other specs on the back here that I wanted to also point out is that there's a built-in infrared blaster that will allow you to, even if you're using wirelessly, will let you use a remote control to control the source devices that might be in a different location or a different room. And also it is HDCP compliant, so for playing protected HDCP content, it should work. Here's a look at what comes in the box. We have a read me first information here, so for product registration and warranty and to join the Iogear community, you can use that for some contact info, also to contact them if you're having any problems, because Iogear would like to help you out. Here's an insert here for some wall mount instructions. That's a template. If you do want to wall mount this, you can use that to drill your mounting holes into your wall and make sure that it will line up properly. Here is a quick start guide for the wireless 3D digital kit. We'll guide you through some setup information as well as your FCC compliance information and all that sort of thing. Here are some mysterious white boxes, which I'm guessing have, yes, these are AC adapters. So there's an AC adapter. It uses actually a mini USB plug there to plug in, and I'm pretty sure that one, actually these are, I'm guessing these are both the same. I have not previewed this. No, they're not the same. So two AC adapters here, one for the transmitter, one for the receiver. This one uses a more typical AC adapter plug, and this one is using the micro or the mini USB. Also, we have a remote control, included AAA batteries. This is your infrared blaster, which you can plug through. This is an HDMI cable that they've included. And then finally, here are the two devices themselves, the transmitter and the receiver. So here's a closer look at the device itself and the accessories, which I've removed from their packaging. This is the wireless transmitter device, and it's got a glossy black finish. It's got a couple buttons you can use directly there on the front of it for power and to change the source. On the front, on this part, it actually has an infrared receiver because you can pass through infrared signals using this device. On the bottom, just some ventilation, and again, those mounting points there if you did want to wall mount it. Then here on the back is where most of the good stuff is. So here you can see is your DC input, so that's where you connect your AC power adapter. You have two HDMI inputs, HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 right there, and then you have a single HDMI out, which you don't have to use, that is optional. Finally over here, there is a USB plug, and that's simply for service, to connect for troubleshooting, most likely for manufacturer use only. And then right here you have a plug for the infrared blaster. This is the IR blaster right here. It's got 3 output connectors on it, so basically you plug that in right there, and then infrared signals that are received either directly to this transmitter device or from this device over here that you have plugged into your actual HD TV are passed through this. You position these little guys in front of your actual Blu-ray player or your set-top cable box or anything like that that uses an infrared signal, and that signal can be passed through on to change the channel or do other various things with the device that you're controlling. Again, there's the AC power adapter. Here's that included HDMI cable. And then finally, you get your remote control with the included AAA batteries. The remote control is pretty basic here. You have a source button, which is probably what you're going to mainly be using this for, is to switch between your 2 HDMI inputs. Also have a power button to turn the device on, infrared, which will switch between various infrared modes, and finally an info button, which will do some on-screen display to show you some information about the configuration that you have set up. Over here on my right side, we have the actual wireless receiver. And this device is what you would connect directly to your HD TV. On the back here, you have an HDMI output, and that will take your wireless signal that's transmitted from the transmitter over to this device and output it to your TV. Again, you've got a power port here, and that's in the form of a mini USB plug, just like that. There's the AC adapter for it. And then again, on the top here, you have a power and a source button, as well as that infrared receiver. So whether you're sending an infrared signal to this device or to the transmitter, it can be passed through using that IR blaster cable over to the devices that you're controlling. So here's a quick demonstration. I wanted to show you guys the 2 different ways that you could configure this wireless transmitter. So what I've done first off is taken my secondary monitor on our computer system over here, took the HDMI that usually goes into that, passed it into this transmitter right here, and then back over to that monitor. So essentially that's just working as a pass-through, and then wirelessly it's communicating with the receiver over on this side and duplicating our display on the monitor over here on the left. So as you can see, if I pull up Newegg.com right there, there is next to 0 lag time between the 2, so it would work just fine for gaming or any other situation where you might need to take that, duplicate it on another monitor using the wireless transmission. What we also have right here is a PlayStation 3, and that's plugged into the secondary input. So if I just hit source right there, it's going to switch over to the PlayStation 3, and it's actually going to duplicate that on both monitors as well. In this situation, for instance, if you just wanted to use the PlayStation 3 and the transmitter, you could essentially have a wireless display connection between the monitor that you want to display on and this one over here. In this case, it's also passing it back through to the monitor there in the back, but that's an example of how you could use a PlayStation 3 or, for instance, a Blu-ray player or any other media device to set up a wireless signal. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. Once again, this has been the Iogear Wireless 3D Digital Kit. The model number, for those who want specifics, is GW3DHDKIT. I'm Paul with Newegg TV. If you enjoyed today's video, please head over to our Newegg YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.